Hey guys, going to start another new little series here. So this is from via a suggestion from Mark, who put in the comments, why don't I do like a daily Puzzle Rush survival challenge, seeing how far I can get each day. He says there's something that was particularly useful for him getting up to I think 1600. So and the thought process of doing quite a few puzzles quite quickly would be really helpful for anybody sub around 1500. So challenge accepted, let's do it. So my top score in Puzzle Rush is 30 so far. So I'm going to hit play, and the thing about Puzzle Rush is that don't get fooled by the rush part of it, because it's not timed and it really doesn't matter all that much. So you don't have to rush. The point of puzzles is that you figure it out to the end, right? Before you make a move. So here I think, they start quite simple. So this is a classic checkmate pattern, right? You've got kings in opposition, opponent's king is on the side or edge of the board, so that should be, well, it's not instant checkmate because he can now block with the rook, and then I will take, and I think that is it. Take the rook, and that's checkmate, okay? Now, one annoying thing about this is that it doesn't, if you get one wrong, it doesn't tell you the solution straight away, which is a bit of a pain. Right. And the thing about survival mode is basically you continue until you get 3 wrong, okay? Now, so my opponent's just gone there, and they're meant to start quite easy. So that's a check with a fork. So he's going to have to capture. If he captures with the queen, I take the rook, yeah? That looks like the way to go, right? This is forcing. So it's a check, so it's completely forcing. Now, here my opponent can either, you see, if it doesn't take the knight, there's only 2 options, right? Takes knight or the king moves, okay? And the king can move to any of these squares, not that one, okay? If the king moves, he just loses the rook as well, all right? So I think queen is going to have to take, and then we take the rook, and that's the puzzle. Okay. Now this looks again like another back rank mate. You see a lot of these, okay? So queen takes bishop, and the queen can block on one of 3 squares, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to be checkmate. There we go. And this is the same kind of thing. Rook here, and then because the rooks can't land on the same square, so you just, remove them one by one. Okay. Now the first thing that jumps out to me here is I've got a fork. So I did a video the other day on knight forks. So that's pretty forcing because we're attacking Her Majesty, right? And I don't think there's any way for the queen to defend this bishop. And if we take the bishop, it comes with another fork. Boom. Yep, that's it. All done. Okay, that's 5 in a row. Now my bishop's looking at this square, so I'm thinking queen takes f2, defended by the rook. King has to go in the corner, queen takes, defended by the bishop, and I think that's mate. Okay. La 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 la. So the knight has just taken a pawn there. The knight is attacked twice and defended only once, right? So I think I simply take the knight with my bishop. I think is the solution. Yep. So always be prepared for a puzzle to be kind of simple or dumb, Okay, so here, because very, very often in chess, you don't need a brilliancy to get a good lead in a game. Sometimes just brute force is enough. And also being open to the idea that a puzzle could just be, oh really, is it that simple, it helps you get into the mindset that your opponent might just do something stupid. If you sit there always assuming that your opponent is never going to do something stupid, you might miss when they do, because they do. All right, so here I'm thinking queen takes here, king can't move, has to go into the corner, right? And then I have this. Rook has to take the queen. Rook takes. This is actually quite a common pattern in puzzles. There we go. Back rank mate. Okay, white to move. Now, we're down a whole queen here. So my feeling is it's a checkmate. So what we do is we say, okay, knight's defending that, so the king can't go there, can't go on any of his own pieces, in his own squares, right? So there's 2 there, and I think that that is simply mate. There we go, mate in 1. Okay, next up. That's 9. Now it could be as simple as bishop there, and it's an unstoppable mate. My opponent could throw in a check. I think that's it. There you go. You know, always be ready. We are black, and this is a check defended by the pawn. There's the only option is king to move into the corner, and then I think we grab the rook and then we grab the bishop. Grab the rook, grab the bishop. It's mate. Alrighty. So a lot of these puzzles will try and tempt you into doing something. Okay, so this is the same kind of thing there. Check, king in the corner, there. Yeah. Oh. We have an ending. These are the ones that I am less comfortable with. So I'm thinking takes, king here, right? His king starts to make progress here. I go there. I don't think his king's got time to stop me gobbling up the pawns. So this deflects the king slightly further away. And now, okay, now I can't take the pawn obviously because king defends. But if I come here, yeah, I know, I completed the puzzle. All right, and same again. Now, this is important. You can't just dive in straight here, okay? And you will get this over and over in puzzles, right? Because if I go straight there, rook takes queen, rook takes rook, king takes rook, okay? However, if we go here first, right, the king has to move backwards along the back rank. And now we dive in, okay? And now that's checkmate because the king isn't on that square to defend. Okay. Takes. If queen takes, I grab the rook. Takes. If queen takes queen, I get the queen. So I'm going to win the knight whatever happens, eh? There we go. That's it. Simple as that. That's all it is. Checkmate. Defended by the rook, yeah? Boom! 16 up. Let's go. Alright, so we're in check. We're in check. I'm black, so I'm wanting to get to promote this pawn. The big question is, do we block? And I don't think so, because then queen takes, king takes, yeah? And then the king can take my pawn. And then come down here and take this pawn and then promote this one. So I don't think that's the way. I think we've got to move the king. And then ideas of this. That's it, right? Because the other one would have been a blunder. All right. Interesting. Now, checkmate. Yep. All right, we're now in the thousands, so it's been building up. Okay, we are white. Black has 2 queens. So this has to be a checkmate thing, right? So can't go there because of the pawn. Rook's defended. So if we give check here, the king must move there. Okay. And the knight is guarding this square. So check here. King goes there, rook here. Bishop might block, but then we take and it's mate. Okay, so check, there, mate. There we go. Okay, Material is kind of equally. White's got a knight. I check with a rook here. King can't move, so he's forced to take with a rook, and then I take, and then I think it's checkmate. Nice. Okay, and we carry on. Okay, reading the board. I noticed this, because the king and queen are in line, yeah? There, queen can't take because queen is lost. So there, queen's going to have to move away, and then I'm going to get, yeah, okay, well, because otherwise rook takes, king moves here, and then I can move my rook for free with a discovered check. So win the queen and the day. Fantastic. Okay, I've got a couple of ideas here. 2 checks, right? Check here. King can't go, oh, he can go there. Right, there the king's got 2 options. But again, is it an unstoppable mate? But the question is which way round? Alright, if I check here, king has to go in the corner. Then I go there, and I don't think there's any way to stop the queen. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, yeah. Queen there, king has to go in the corner, then it's queen straight to g7 mate, right? If I do knight first, king goes in the corner. I don't have any checks, so this has to be it. And then mate. Okay? So it's really training you to spot those forcing moves. Okay, is this deflection? Rook here. Oh no, the king can then go there. Huh. Okay, so black is heading this way with his pawn. King's defending rook and pawn. So this is probably like a saving a draw thing. Check is forcing. King has to go here because, yeah, okay. So check here, right? So the king's in check, but if he can't go this way because then I just grab the rook. Hang on. But let's say he goes here and I grab the rook. He goes there. Now, because I've still got a rook, I'm going to just keep checking him, I think. So this, the way, and now I get the rook with my king. Surely. How do I stop? Okay, well, let's figure it out. Okay, I go there, he goes here. I give check. I've got to take the rook. Surely I've got to take the rook. Come on. Yeah. Okay, so the pawn goes there. Now what is the continuation? Here, king has to move, and then here, right? Because I can't go straight to there because pawn takes me. So this. Winning. Fantastic. All right. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, I've got 1 check with the rook. I don't know. So if I check and king takes and I have queen here, check. He can block with the knight, but he can block with the knight there, so it doesn't work. If I push the pawn, I'm not threatening that, am I? Having said that, also the queens are facing off against each other. Can I in any way deflect this rook? This is an interesting one. I take queen, rook takes queen. Don't see it. There, rook can't take because I take the queen, right? There, queen takes queen, rook, pawn takes, no. So we're up in the 1200s now. I'm a bit stuck on this. Oh, we're just deflecting the rook away, yeah? Hang on. I take queen, rook has to move, yeah? I come here with a pin on the knight and the rook can't stop it. Okay, now we win the knight. So now we're up a minor piece in the ending. Excellent. Okay, white to move. Checkmate. This is a dovetail mate because the queen is covering all of the escapes. Simple checkmate, right? There we go. Oh. Okay, we have a check here with a rook. So king can't go there. King can only go here. Check with the rook, king goes there. We'll push the pawn first. Then I think it might be unstoppable. Push the pawn first. And that's checkmate. Yes, there we go. 26 in a row. How about that? Right. That's a check, but then bishop could take or queen. I have a check here. Queen here. King's got 3 squares to move to. Can't be blocked by anything. Also got a bishop as well. That could also do the check. If I check with the bishop, can't go to any of these squares. Or that one. Is it mate in one then with the bishop? Nice. Right, queen's threatening actually take my rook. So we're going to have to threaten something. We've got a check here with a knight. Yeah, king can't move because queen takes and it's mate. Okay, so check here has to take with the pawn, right? And then we can check. King goes in the corner, we check and mate, I think. Check. Oh, queen. Okay, because yeah, it's stopping mate, so then we get the queen. And really, you're gonna make me here. That's it. Good. All right, 28. Nearly hit the record. If I take pawn takes, there's a discovery against my queen. Thinking about forcing moves. In here, no, I can't threaten to go there because bishop's covering that square. Takes. Hit the bishop. Bishop can just retreat. So the idea about puzzles is that you should be able to force a winning advantage, if not checkmate. But this one has me puzzled. There's no hints on Puzzle Rush either. Checks, Captures and Threats is the name of the game. I can capture the knight. Then pawn takes my queen is under threat. And I don't see the continuation. Go here. Again. What am I threatening? The queen's covering these squares, bishop's covering this one. There, if bishop moves, I get this pawn. No, we'll check that one afterwards. Okay, so bishop's move there is attacking my rook and my bishop, both are undefended. I have a check with the queen, surely. And then I can grab the bishop outright. No! Still on 28. Right. There I'm threatening to take and promote. So there, if takes, I've got queen in. Can't capture here. It's got to be pawn up. Actually, this is mate, isn't it? Hang on. No, it's not. If I go here, queen blocks. If I go here, king comes there. There, queen blocks. I win the rook. Yes, it's a fork. Woo! 29, one away. All right, interesting times. I've got rook and knight looking at that pawn. So it's very likely to start with that check, yeah? A king can't go there or there. So he's got one royal back rank. Okay. Here. If he goes there, rook here is mate. Okay, so rook takes there, he's got to go on the back rank and he can't go there. So it's got to be that or that. If here I've got queen to there, if he goes in the corner, I've got rook to here. Okay, and now, hang on, it's not so clear. Is that my only check? But then rook takes queen, and it's losing. Could I sack the rook? Check there, king takes, queen in here. It is, you know, it's a rook sack. Boom. Nice one, and we've equaled the record. Yes. Okay. Right. So, really important to scan the whole board and see what all your resources are. I think if king goes here, I'm seeing this. Bishop fork, yeah? So if I check there, king can't go there because of the fork. So if I check here, king's going to end up going there, yeah? Then I have rook takes here, check. And then, so I haven't figured out the whole puzzle yet, but queen back here. And he couldn't retreat because of the rook. Now I've got bishop. Bishop check. Bishop check there. Bishop blocks. Queen there, because the bishop's pinned. Wow, that was a clever one. Okay, white to move. We're on our last life. Okay, king can't go there because of the pawn. I go here. King has to go here. I take the pawn. Simple. Back to move, and we are still going, guys. Still going. Okay. Now, so I notice that the king hasn't many squares. Can't go there, there, or there, or there, or there. Okay, the king only has one available square right now, which is that. So, and I have no light squared bishop. But if I give check, he has to take. I give check, he has to take the pawn. Queen here, check. And if he goes back there, it's mate with the queen. There. Saw it. Boys on fire. Okay, we are white. He's just attacked. Oh, he's got two queens and all. Look at that. Alright, check here. And that's forced. But what is the continuation? King here. If I go there, queen just takes me. There, king to here. And I'm out of checks, aren't I? There's no point grabbing the bishop. I've got two attackers on the bishop, only one defender. But then I get a bishop, but I lose my queen, and black still has a queen, so it can't be that. Check. No. Okay, so I've taken a punt at the first move. It's not that, is it? It can't be. No. King takes, I can't even check him again. That bishop's pinned. No, I'm confused. So the king's actually got two squares right now. Got to check with the knight. I can check with the knight. let's say we go here, for example. Here, and the knight is guiding both of those squares. The king is forced to there, or pawn takes. Similar with this. King can't get there, so the king either goes here or pawn takes. If knight goes in and pawn takes, I've got mate. Okay. Knight goes in and pawn takes. I haven't got mate, so I think it's knight here. And pawn can't take, so king has to go there. Okay, either way, that's checkmate, yeah? Cool, that was a nice one. That really was a nice one. Okay, that to me looks like mate in one. Oh, I'm in check. Can't do that. Okay, so take the knight. Block. And now the queen can't come down to the back rank. I take the rook outright and force the queen to trade off. Cool. Okay, you're attacking my queen. I am black. What checks do I have? This is an interesting one. We're up nearly 2,000 now. I'd like a double check, but if I go there, queen takes me. If I go there, queen takes me. I can take the pawn. Then king can't take bishop because I take queen. I take pawn, we trade queens. No, I don't like it. King can't go there or there right now. He has got two squares. I don't think that works. I mean, queen takes, rook takes. I lose the bishop. Doesn't make sense. I can counterattack the queen. You take my queen, I take yours with check. I'll lose my bishop anyway. There. King has to take. No, I'm bewildered. Take rook, queen takes me. How can this be winning? Take the pawn, rook just takes my queen. Rook takes, hitting the queen. You take my queen, I take your queen. No. No. No idea. Anyway, so let's look at these three. So this one. Okay, new record. So I'm going to click on this again. And it'll bring up the problem. And now I can... let's show the solution. Obvious when you see it, yeah? Just, so there's all kinds of places we could have moved the bishop, but I was thinking I would lose my queen every time, apart from there, if you move it there, okay. Right, let's look at the other two that we got wrong. This is 1. Right. Can't even remember what I did on this one. I'll show the solution anyway. That's a toughie. That was a toughie. Okay, and is it that? Yeah. Take with check, trade off, win the bishop. Okay, so there you go, guys. So that was fun. Fun for me, and I definitely feel like I'm exercising my chess brain. So the idea is, yeah, do this once a day. You should get stronger. You should get quicker at reading the board. You should get better at scanning the whole board and seeing what the real opportunities are and the real threats and everything like that. So yeah, try doing this yourself. You know, one puzzle rush every day. See if it works. I might not record it every day for you guys, but you know, let me know if you'd like me to. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you later.